Hello, Bible scholars. It is your mom of three in NYC back at you with another video. Yay! Happy Friday. It is Friday, April 28th. Did you guys know that Monday is May? Is that right? Monday is May. Monday is May. May is here. Shocked when we had parent-teacher conferences today at the kids' school. And the librarian said that, and I was like, wait, what? 30 days past September, April, June. Yep, Monday's May 1st. Anywho, welcome. If this is your first time on my channel, it is awesome to have you. My name is Taneza. I am the mother of three. My kids are remarkable. They are remarkable. I have three remarkable children living in the heart of New York City on an adventure to read the Bible. I've never read the Bible. And we are now in 2 Samuel. I will be reading out of the NIV translation, but whatever translation of the Bible you have, just stick with it. It's perfect. You do not need a Bible because every verse I read, I will be sure to put on the screen. Let's just jump into it. Happy Friday. Let's get it. 2 Samuel. This review is for 2 Samuel chapters 3 and 4. Let's go ahead and start with the first verse of chapter 3. The war between the house of Saul and the house of David lasted a long time. David grew stronger and stronger, while the house of Saul grew weaker and weaker. David had 6 sons. Remember, he had the 2 wives. We like Abigail. During the war between Saul and David, Abner, remember Abner? He was the commander over Saul's army. Saul's son, Ishbosheth, accused Abner, the commander of the army, of sleeping with his father's concubine. Saul's concubine. I wanted to read for you guys verses 8, 9, and 10. Verse 8, Abner was very angry because of what Ishbosheth said. He answered, "Am I a dog's head on Judah's side? This very day I am loyal to the house of your father Saul and to his family and friends. I haven't handed you over to David. Yet now you accuse me of an offense involving this woman? May God deal with Abner, be it ever so severely, if I do not do for David what the Lord promised him on oath, and transfer the kingdom from the house of Saul, and establish David's throne over Israel and Judah from Dan to Beersheba." Abner, he sent messengers to David, offering to make an agreement in exchange for bringing all of Israel to David. Verses 13 and 14. "Good," said David, "I will make an agreement with you, but I demand one thing of you. Do not come into my presence unless you bring Michal, daughter of Saul, when you come to see me." Then David sent messengers to Ishbosheth, son of Saul, demanding, "Give me my wife Michal, whom I betrothed to myself for the price of 100 Philistine foreskins." Bible scholars, let's pause right there. Please do remember that was what the victor over Goliath. In 1 Samuel chapter 17, the story of David and Goliath, whoever succeeded in killing Goliath, one of the rewards for killing Goliath was to marry Saul's daughter. And remember, Saul had already married his daughter off, even though David was victorious. And he actually had David do something else. Remember in 1 Samuel chapter 18, he demanded 100 Philistine foreskins to marry his daughter, and David actually gave him 200. So he doubled everything Saul told him to do. He kept being obedient over and over and over again. The respect David had for this man. Chapter 3. So 17 and 18. Verse 17 and 18, Abner conferred with the elders of Israel and said, "For some time you have wanted to make David your king. Now do it. For the Lord promised David, by my servant David, I will rescue my people Israel from the hand of the Philistines and from the hand of all their enemies." Abner spoke to the Benjamites. Verse 22, just then David's men and Joab returned from a raid, brought with them a great deal of plunder. But Abner was no longer with David in Hebron, because David had sent him away, and he had gone in peace. Joab tells David that Abner only wants to deceive him. Without David's knowledge, Joab brings Abner back. To avenge the death of his brother Asahel, Joab stabs Abner in the stomach, killing him. I wanted to read verses 28 and 29. Later, when David heard about this, he said, "I and my kingdom are forever innocent before the Lord concerning the blood of Abner, son of Ner. May his blood fall upon the head of Joab, upon all his father's house. May Joab's house never be without someone who has a running sore or leprosy, or who leans on a crutch, or who falls by the sword, or who lacks food." David buried Abner. Because of David's reverence for Abner, the Israelites knew that King David had no part in Abner's murder. Chapter 4, verse 1. Ishbosheth, son of Saul, heard that Abner had died in Hebron. He lost courage. All Israel became alarmed. Two men, Rechab and Baanah. They were leaders of raiding bands. They went to the home of Saul's son Ishbosheth. Verses 6 and 7. Verse 6. They went into the inner part of the house as if to get some wheat. They stabbed him in the stomach. Then Rechab and his brother Baanah slipped away. Verse 7. They had gone into the house while he was lying on the bed in his bedroom. After they stabbed and killed him, they cut off his head. Taking it with them, they traveled all night by way of the Arabah. They took the head to David, thinking they had done an act to show David their allegiance to him. And I wanted to read the final 4 verses of chapter 4, verses 9, 10, 11, and 12, Bible scholars. Home stretch. David answered Rechab and his brother Baanah, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, "As surely as the Lord lives, who has delivered me out of all trouble." David seeks the Lord's face. David goes to the Lord with questions time and time and time again. Because David seeks the Lord's face and goes to him with questions, the Lord is able to deliver David time and time. It's like a beautiful thing, right? Who has delivered me out of not some trouble, not partial trouble. The Lord has delivered him out of all trouble. When a man told me Saul is dead, thought he was bringing good news, I seized him and put him to death at Ziklag. That was the reward I gave him for his news. How much more when wicked men have killed an innocent man in his own house, on his own bed? Should I not now demand his blood from your hand and rid the earth of you? So David gave an order to his men. They kill them, Rechab and Baanah. They cut off their hands and their feet, hung the bodies by the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in Abner's tomb at Hebron. All right, Bible scholars, that concludes our review. 2 Samuel chapters 3 and 4. As always, any questions, comments, revelations, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for your subscription if you are a subby, part of my YouTube family, my tribe. And then you're part of the special sect of my tribe, my Bible scholars. Please do make sure you have your notifications on so that you do not miss any uploads. We upload every single day, every single day. All right, tomorrow's review, Saturday, will be a review of 5 and 6. We're rolling through. Chug-a-lug, rolling through 2 Samuel. All right, Bible scholars, have an amazing, amazing evening, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's review. Bye for now, Bible scholars.